Right, our kids, welcome back for part 8. Quick recap. So, working on the slab now on the top. It's quite interesting. This one doesn't look quite wide enough. The piece of timber I've got was from an old pastry table from a kitchen at college. It's 1 5/8 thick. So yesterday I got some time down the garage, so I ripped it to 16-inch wide. 16 inches, if you could have a workbench 16-inch wide, that's all you need really, unless you're making boats or anything really large. Personally, I found you never use a lot of the width at the back. The working space is about 16 inch, so I've done that. In terms of length, so the undercarriage is 4 foot. If you've ever tried carrying workbenches, if one of the ends is flush, then you ain't going to be able to pick it up. So I've included a little 3-inch overhang on the right hand side, just for practicality of lifting it. The other end's going to have a 12-inch overhang, which is quite generous because the vice itself is only a babby. The vice itself is 6-inch, 150mm. But in the future, the client or whoever owns it in the future might want to put a bigger vice on it. So the widest British vice you can get is a 53, which is one of these, which is 10.5-inch wide. So there's room for growth, scalability. So I've been quite generous with the overhang. Another funny thing I've seen with these English workbenches, because they have the big board along the front, kind of classic Nicholson style. Then they'll cut out a huge section for the vice. So essentially, the purpose of the front board is to resist racking. And the idea is it's a complete piece, and then you cut a huge section out the front of it. It wouldn't surprise me if some people even saw the whole half of the board across it. You're losing a lot of the rigidity. So, and if you've ever worked on a bench, it's depending on your workshop where it is. It's always a good idea, if possible, to have an overhang and put the vice as close to the end as possible. I'm not exactly practicing what I preach here because mine's down here. And I've seen some people make benches and the vice is essentially in the centre. It's personal preference. But for this design, I could fit the vice in... Who's that? Bear with. Right, where were we? Another delivery received. Yes. So I've left a generous width on the end, and there we go with that then. In terms of the state of this piece of wood, it's a beautiful piece of wood. It's well behaved, apart from the fact it's been when it was on the undercarriage of its original parents, the steel undercarriage, it was really heavily clamped onto the framework. Now it's not, and it's free, so it's gone, which is fine. We can deal with that. Wood moves. I don't know if you can see from here, but that's kind of how much it is. What can we get under there? It's a piece of steel. Peepo. So it's so with a board like this, I always find it better to flatten, if it's U-shaped, flip it over and flatten that end, that side first, because you've got these 2 points sitting on the bench. Then when the base is flat, you can flip it over. If you did it the other way around, this would be rocking as you're actually sawing it, planing it across. So in practical terms, flatten off the other face that's C-shaped, domed. Get that flat, flip it over, and we have a go at the other end. I did say I was going to flatten it on the bench I've just made, but I remembered I hadn't been glued together yet, so it's only screwed, dry fit, so it wouldn't take the stress that this is about to take. I've also just done a little video on sharpening the planes. I've just sharpened my number 6, and I think we're pretty much good to go for a workout. Brace yourselves. Won't take long. So I've got a dog in the front, and I'm going to have a old-fashioned back here. Let's give it a thwack. So what I intend to do is I could go straight across, but what I'm going to do first, because these tips are so high, I'm going to work along, bring them down, and then that leaves me a bit of 2 ridges here to take off, and then we should be able to go straight across. What we got on here then? I've done the first stroke and it took off a lot on this side, not much on this side. So I just need to adjust the angle a bit. Get the depth right. And the bits have been taken off this end and this end, so it's all it's also cut lengthwise, which is nice. It's going to be fun, isn't it? So I want to get a continuous, nearly there, continuous curl. Nearly there. Just a little bit here now. There we go. As the wood's starting off really pale out here, where it's had lots of exposure to light, and then it's going a lovely pink as we go down. So these outsides are close, just a little bit higher than the lowest point here now. So we'll flip it round, do this face. Thwack. Same again. And I'm walking the plane up. Finger underneath, there's a fence. Yeah, it's a lot better behaved this side. Getting continuous curls. Lock your elbow in. We might nearly be there. For bench building, this framing square has been fantastic. It's a Milwaukee. A lot of these big expensive top end brands, I just buy the cheapest little bits. What am I looking for? Let's creep up on it. I'm looking for the similar depths here. Get a bit closer. I'm looking for similar depths here, here and here. A bit more on this side, I think. A few more to creep up on it. Skipping a bit there, isn't it? Skips there. Nearly there. That's there. That's there. Gotta be careful not to take any more off this corner. Right. So now we can start traversing. Where's my dog gone? Not the four-legged ones. Just below the surface. So, I'm going to go across just to get a reading, a feel for it. Then we can go at an angle and either flip it round or come at another angle. And we're just going to take the same amount off each stroke. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on each. I just want to take an even amount off each time. Bit of oil. This is just the pastry layer, the crust. It's the wife back. A bit of lard. You know, who knows what. We go again. So the point of taking the edges down to the close to the centre depth is I'm not getting tear out on the edge. Come back, you bugger. Dogs fell out. Where's that bugger gone? It's a bit loose, this one. I'll do. I don't know if you can see on the camera now. Let's lift it up. Give me an excuse while I breathe. So we're working across. Won't take long now, because with the cup, the most exaggerated highest bits have been taken off now. So all of a sudden, quite quickly, we'll be able to get a full shaving off across. Come back to you. So we get to the middle, it's alright. Let's work safely. myself an idea of how much more to go. How are we doing for time? I'll have this done, 10 minutes. Getting down into the centre now. We're knee deep in shavings. This is real woodworking. Oh, this pallet's all crap. Pline's getting a good work. The screw just needs tightening up. The cap iron screw's a bit loose. Clunk. Just want to double check that. I'm just moving the cap iron back a bit. I think it crept forward a bit. Still sharp. Wood moves and tools move. Yeah, that's what did it. Now I need to back that off a bit. Clunk. Fettle, fettle. Just tweak. Which way was I going? This way. Five, 6, 7, 8. Another 4 passes. 8 passes in total. I'm getting full width shavings. will pop. So the central piece I'm getting full width shaving, but again there's just a bit of a deeper bit there and a deeper bit here. So I'm just going to go across these until I get it to the same as that. Not as bad this end. This end's quite more cupped. You're very nearly there. Yeah?
Are you coming with us?
No, look. Finish this. Right, so that's that done. Phew. So that's the finished result. It is a beautiful piece of wood. Give you a close up. And she is. 3 pieces laminated together. These two are quite plain Janes, but this has caused all the trouble. Can't really tell the grain direction. But it's got some lovely colouring in it, the veins. So there we go then. So what's next? I'm just going to take a smoothing plane to this. Even though there's a camber on the, well, maybe because there is a camber on the foreplane. As I said, it's like a fine scrub plane, so it's left some valleys. So what I'll do, I'll take a smoothing plane, maybe even just my number 5.5 jack plane, and just go across down the length, just taking out the indentations. Not too many, because it looks quite nice when it's oiled up. It shows you it's been worked by hand. Just for the benefit of the tape. That was the back as well. That weren't too bad last night. You're just taking the middle out. Whereas when you're taking one piece out, when you're flattening a cupboard, where it's U-shaped, you've got the 2 little tips to take out here. But no tear out at all. Everything, the edges are pristine, intact. Just needs smoothing down now. So I can breath for a joke. I'm going to have another cup of tea, I think. It might even be beer o'clock. See you later.